Thank you so much for being on the show. So what parts of the plan so far do you like and what parts are you against?
It's important to drive down rates as low and as flat as possible, and this House framework, or this House plan, rather drops the corporate rate to 20%. It does so immediately. It'll make our businesses more competitive vis-a-vis the rest of the world. So that's a crucial element for us. And also clearing out as many of the deductions and set-asides for industries and other special interests as possible. And there is a fair amount of that in this plan. So that's the good part of it. And we do think it's good to simplify the code. You know, there are 7 current individual rates. The plan calls for dropping that to 4, which we also think is a step in the right direction.
Tim, does AFP represent what Kevin Brady's trying to keep out of these discussions going forward? In other words, do you feel like there's room for dialogue or the ability for you to engage with lawmakers who are crafting the legislation?
David, it is encouraging to see Republicans not drawing red lines and stomping out in anger when they don't get something they want within this tax reform framework. It's encouraging. There's an urgency here. We've certainly tried to be a unifying, productive part of it. And what we're calling for as an outside organization, Americans for Prosperity, let's get the rates down for everyone. Let's make the code more fair. Let's not protect individual carve-outs. And I think that's been welcome so far from Chairman Brady at Ways and Means. And I think that individual lawmakers, they're looking at this plan. I've talked to a dozen or so of them in the last few days. They're willing to keep moving forward. I think this is going to get out of the House in some form. I do.